This is the 15-inch M2 MacBook Air. And in this video, we're gonna unbox it, but we're also going to compare it to the 13-inch, 14-inch, and also the 16-inch MacBook Pro. This laptop starts at $1299 for the base model, and you can configure it all the way up to $2499 if you wanna go all the way in. Now, I am going to talk about the MacBook Pro versus the MacBook Air in different configurations, so make sure you subscribe if you wanna check that out. So here it is. This is the 15-inch MacBook Air, and it's in the Starlight color. Now, going around the laptop, we're gonna see we have our MagSafe charger, and we have our two Thunderbolt 3 ports. And on the other side, we just have our solo headphone jack. On the bottom, we have our 4 feet, and we also have our design in California at the very bottom as well. Up top, we just have our very simple Apple logo, and that's it. So here it is, opened up, the 15-inch MacBook Air. And let me tell you, when they say Air, this thing is very light. I mean, compared to what I carry around every single day, this thing is nothing. Back to the box, we have our USB-C to our MagSafe charging. I love this braided cable. I really like that Apple has changed over to this braided cable. It is super duper nice. And then under here, we're gonna have our charging brick. This is the 35 watt. And then what's nice, it has two USB-C ports at the bottom, so you can still like plug in a phone or anything like that and your laptop. Now there is an option to upgrade it to a larger wattage, which will charge the laptop faster and all those things. Now looking inside this MacBook, it looks just like any other MacBook pretty much. You have this large trackpad at the bottom, you have your keyboard. Now, one thing compared to the Pros is that there are no speaker grills on the side here, but this does have 6 speakers built in. You have a couple up here that are 4 subwoofers that sort of push out and reflect off the screen, and then you have the other speakers right here that sort of are next to the keyboard. So here it is next to the 13-inch. This is the M1 variant, but you can have an idea of a 13-inch versus a 15-inch MacBook Air. So here's the 13-inch on top of the 15-inch MacBook Air. And then when we compare the thickness, and once again, this is the M1 13-inch MacBook Air versus the M2, there's absolutely no chin, and it's just one solid piece. Now, this is my personal laptop, the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. Now, looking at size of the laptops, you're gonna see with the 15-inch, obviously it's bigger, but when it comes to screen real estate, that extra inch really does matter. So the actual keyboard is pretty much the same size. So the usability, in my opinion, is pretty much the same. You just have that larger screen real estate. We do have to discuss the difference in thickness. You can definitely see how much thicker the Pro is than the Air. So, you know, already, and we talk about weight, already there's a significant weight difference, even with the 14 Pro versus the 15 Air, significant weight difference. And then we have the big boy, the 16-inch MacBook Pro. So let's go ahead and get the 16-inch up. So I've been using a 16-inch MacBook Pro for the last month or so, and I've been using it with traveling. And let me tell you, the size of it and the weight of it is really tough to travel with. I was having a hard time using this laptop on an airplane tray, so I was sort of struggling with it, but here's the size difference between these two laptops. So I had a chance to go to Apple Park and use the Air for a decent amount of time, and also using it here. It really feels like this size is a happy medium between a larger size, something that you can easily work on, and then yet it's so thin where it's light and portable where you can put in a bag. Now here's the webcam on the MacBook Air. I have studio lighting. When we go down to natural lighting, this is how it looks. And this is the webcam with just ceiling lights here in my basement. So not really a well-lit area, but I think the picture looks okay. What do you think? And 15-inch laptops are the #1 selling size for laptops, and the MacBook Air is Apple's #1 selling laptop. So I think it's definitely gonna be a win-win. Now beyond that, we have a beautiful bright display as expected. We do have the notch that is up top, but in my opinion, once you start using a laptop, you really don't think about the notch. And we have just a very smooth design right here at the bottom. You don't have the speaker grills like we saw with the M1, and also like we're seeing with the Pros, no speaker grills. I am gonna do a full comparison against the MacBook Pro really soon on my channel, so make sure you're checking that out. I will be reviewing this computer very soon, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Anyways guys, Kevin the Tech Ninja, have a wonderful day. Talk to you guys later.